The wedding ceremony was still going on, but the wife forced the man to choose between her and his mother. Either marry her and cut ties with his mother, or take his mother and leave from here. She also said she would never marry him again. The man stood on stage, struggling to choose. The wife's parents kept pressuring him. The guests below were waiting to see him make a fool of himself. The man knew, no matter what choice he made, his dignity would be trampled underfoot. And the reason things turned out this way was the bitter fruit he planted himself. As shown in the scene, the man's mother was an ugly-looking rural woman, but his vanity made him hide this fact. He even claimed that his parents lived abroad and that he was the child of a billionaire. Now at the wedding, his lies were exposed, and by coincidence, his real mother appeared at the scene. Since he was the one who lied first, he couldn't really blame his wife or her parents for humiliating him, but the man still couldn't make a choice. On one side was the mother who raised him. On the other side were the wealthy in-laws. After hesitating for 10 minutes, the man finally made a decision. He chose the wealthy father-in-law, but when his mother realized she was about to be abandoned, she clutched her son's clothes, begging, but he pushed her away. The rural woman was completely panicked. In order not to be abandoned, she even knelt before her daughter-in-law's parents, just begging them not to make her son leave her, but her pleading had no effect. The woman knelt on the ground in grief and was helped up by another handsome man nearby. This man was named Smith. Not long ago, he fainted on the roadside due to low blood sugar and was saved by this unattractive middle-aged woman. Since then, Smith often helped her, as if to repay her for saving him, but it also seemed there was another reason. The woman was very grateful that Smith was helping her today, but as he helped her up, she sobbed and told him, "Son, don't bother with me anymore. I only have this one son, I can't lose him." But Smith firmly told her, "No, you have another son." The woman was shocked when she heard that. How did he know she actually had another son? That's right, the woman did indeed have two sons, but her second son had gone missing when he was very young. She searched for 20 years, but never found him. And at this moment, at her elder son's wedding, Smith took out a piece of jewelry and handed it to her, telling her he was the son who had been missing for 20 years. The woman looked at the jewelry. It was the one-of-a-kind jewelry she had given her younger son. Overwhelmed, she reunited with Smith, but the bride's father started pushing his son-in-law again. "Since your mother now has a new son, cutting ties with her won't matter much." The bride's father promised his son-in-law that he had just been appointed as vice president of Company A. As long as he cut ties with his mother, he would fully support him. You know, Company A was one of the top 10 famous companies in the country. But just then, Smith interrupted their conversation and told the bride's father, "From now on, you are no longer the vice president of Company A." The bride's father laughed angrily at Smith's words. He mocked Smith, saying, "You think you're the president of Company A? Does what you say even matter?" As it happened, Smith really was the president of Company A. He owned 90% of the company's